Hey guys, so in this video we are going to talk about React. Yes, let's talk about React. Now, just the other day I was reading my JavaScript weekly newsletter, and the metrics have come in by a very nice research group who has been talking to, I think it was 23 or 29,000 different developers to kind of assess the state of JavaScript today. And the numbers are in. And React won the popularity contest hands down, landslide win over all the other frameworks in 2017, which is not, in my opinion, all that unexpected. On the flip side of things, Angular has virtually lost all of its momentum. It still has a fairly large user base, but that's, let's talk about that a little bit. You see, I've long argued that, and I actually made a few videos about this back, but it's still one of the most hated videos that, from at least from in terms of dislikes I have, which is that I tell you don't learn Angular as your first framework. And I think that, I come back to what I'm saying in that video, in this video, where I'm stating that I don't have to prove to you that Angular is a bad choice. It's already happening. It's all the numbers are in. It's over. It's already done. It's not even up for debate anymore whether or not React is a better choice. It is a better choice empirically. And I was saying that 6 months ago because I have been in the trenches with these frameworks. I know what I'm talking about. I've been working with Angular I was working with it before, when the hype was the biggest, when it was getting its traction. I was working at a professional level with it, and I know that I was sold on it as well. I thought it was the best thing in the world. And what I resent a little bit is that there is this. I don't see why people are so religiously defending something that not even Google themselves are, they are already proving to me with all the emphasis that they're putting into things such as web components, for example. Web components is a direct confrontation. It's a direct. It's basically a substitute for React, Angular, all of that. It's basically another take on solving this fundamental component-based problem that we're facing in the front-end environment, right? So, and then you have Facebook, who are giving everything, they're putting 100% of all of their focus is on React, that single framework. But that's not what Google is doing. Angular is just one of their tools. And as I said, they already have another suggested solution for solving the same problem that is a indirect opposition to Angular. So I'm not trying to say that you can't use Angular. I'm trying to say that why is it so difficult for you to just accept what I accepted a long time ago? And it was very simple. I was on the hype train. That's it. I was on the hype train with everybody else. I was religiously defending Angular as well. That's why I forgive you for not agreeing with me. I'm okay with you not agreeing. I'm okay with you being angry at me for saying that it's not a great framework in comparison to what's out there. That's okay, because I was like you. I was boycotting React before React became popular. Oh, sorry, I sounded very hipster there. Very sorry. But it was true. I was very skeptical to React when it first came out because, I had Angular. It gave me everything I wanted, right? But my very wise colleague at my first job persuaded me to try it out. I tried it. I absolutely loved it. And I kept going with it. And it seems to, now that the numbers are in, to have been a very good choice. Now, hear me out. I am in no way saying that Angular is going away or that React is going to, completely take over and be the only thing. And actually, the same report showed that Vue has gotten quite a lot of popularity, especially in China, apparently. That was very interesting. I was very surprised by that. But what I'm saying is that how do I put it? This religious defending of a piece of technology, I don't see the value. I mean, even the article writer, I mean, it's like we connected. It's like, I don't know, it's like some mystical force in the universe connected us for a brief moment as they were writing that, like that exact piece of text that describes why Angular isn't, you know, is it dead, yes or no, or is it like going away? And they were just trying to justify, because you know, when you're putting yourself out, you should know this, for those of you who are watching, whenever you're expressing an opinion as strong as this, what I'm doing right now, and this is happening all over the place, you always have to kind of justify it, or kind of be a little bit diplomatic, because otherwise you're going to start a flame war, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to start a flame war, and that's fine. I'm okay with it, because I don't pay attention to flame wars. I just express my take on things. But this person had the foresight to say basically that, you know, a lot of big companies such as bank and industries are using Angular because Angular is going corporate. They're going to be corporate. And I said, and I like it when I read that, and I was like, well, fucking duh. It's the only option they have. It was the only. Go and watch that exact thing I was saying 6 months ago. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the only thing that Angular has going for it. The only possible way Angular is going to survive is because everybody, when it came out, it was virtually a Java take, a holistic solution to single-page application development. That's what it was sold in as. That was the intention behind it. And now, that's the only thing that's going to keep it around, because really big companies have invested in the technology, and they don't migrate like that, you know, like just like that. They don't. They have things around. That's why COBOL is still used in our Swedish banks. That's what I'm saying. Like, these things, it's not like it's just going away. I'm just stating that the numbers are in. React is more popular. We don't have to fight about it. Don't take it personally. Instead, just have an open mind and migrate over, or like try it out, or stick with Angular if you want to. But don't come and be like offended if people say that it's not the greatest thing in the world, because it's not. And I don't think React is either. Personally, I would be very happy if web components becomes a thing. That's my personal take. I would love it if we could make web components because it's going to be an amazing standard. If we can take the ideas that React then has brought to the table with composability and Redux and all of the, well, Redux isn't really an Angular thing. It's really an Elm thing originally, but as far as I know. But take these ideas and put them in the standard, so we can get away from all these fucking frameworks. Because frameworks are not a great thing. Frameworks is just a patch on a bigger problem. We should, if we can, we should be, you know, using in my personal opinion, we should use the standards. And to finalize this entire rant of mine, I will say that I don't see why it's such a religious thing. I think it's because, we come back to what I've said in a previous video, people take it very personal when they do something, or they like something, and somebody else says that, oh no, this is not the greatest thing in the world. For some reason, people feel this urge to defend it. I've spent most of the past two years in React, and when somebody tells me that React is very shitty, I don't feel any resentment at all. I feel absolutely nothing. I just wonder, okay, could you explain to me why don't you like it? Because there's a few things I really don't like about React. I can make a video about that as well. And I'll end on this. I have never, ever seen a guide. Maybe I should search for it. I'll see if I can find it. But the ratio of guides, at the very least, for guides that will state something like migrating from Angular to React. That's a very common thing. I've seen it a lot in a lot of newsletters. But I have never seen migrate from React to Angular. And that's what these numbers are telling me. Or rather, that's what they should be telling you. React is the most popular framework on the market today. Fact. Or rather, fact in this sorry about that. Okay. 23 or 29,000 developers seem to be indicating that this is the case. And what's even more fun is that it's actually losing popularity in like something like Vue, which is this fairly new framework, is coming along and giving React a run for its money. I think that's pretty cool. I'm not a Vue fan or anything like that, but I think it's pretty cool that a framework that is basically facing off against Facebook and Google can do so well. That's pretty cool.